Welcome everybody to another episode of Forgotten Coast Fishing. My name's David and I fish inshore and offshore here in the Panhandle of Florida, showing you what I do to find and catch fish. So if that sounds appealing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That goes a long way to help me to continue to create these videos. So today is my last day of fishing before red snapper season closes for next year. So that's going to be our target species to go ahead and get our 2-keeper red snapper. So we got about a 15-mile run. So stay with us, I'll get us out there. Let's go do some fishing. All right, so we made it out. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna go ahead and set out these 2 spinning rods with free lines, which is basically just a hook on a leader with no weight. So that's just going to kind of put that bait on the water. It's going to sink a little bit, and a lot of times that pulls up your bigger red snapper. And what I'm going to do this, just to kind of get this cigar minnow to have a secure hold, I'm going to run this hook through the eyes and then kind of come out about midway towards the back. That'll help provide kind of a secure hold, because these cigar minnows do get kind of mushy after they defrost. And then as well, if a fish should short strike it, he might hit that hook as well. And what I like to do is kind of set sort of a medium drag, not too light but not too tight. We don't want this rod to bend too much until I get over here. Plus, you know, we want the drag to come out to kind of alert me as well. But we don't want it too light, because we do want that hook to set. So we want some pressure pulling back on that fish as he gets hooked. And the setup that I'm using, this is an 8/0 circle hook. This is a 60-pound monofilament leader. And this is 40-pound braid on this rod and reel setup over here. And this is a Penn Battle 6000. And this is a Talus PX heavy fast action rod. And then I just kind of cast one sort of that way on this side, and then I cast this one a little bit that way, just to kind of cover a little more area. All right, well, we got one. Our anchor started to drag, so I was going to go ahead and pull this up, and we've got a fish here all of a sudden. Feels like a decent one. I don't think he's one of our, oh man. Oh, I was not prepared for this at all. I was just gonna pull up our anchor and reset it because we had starting to drag, and I was just reeling this in. I didn't have any indication there was a fish on it, but man, he's bigger than I thought. Man, we may have one of our keeper red snapper here on our first cast. All right, I gotta get this rod out of the way. All right, okay, now we can find him. Oh man, yeah, he's got some decent weight to him. Here's come some color. All right, y'all, we need to get this fish in and deal with this anchor though. Oh, we've got an amberjack. Not a snapper, but an amberjack. Check it out, everybody. This is a greater amberjack, and he wouldn't be a keeper. They've got to be 34 inches, but they're not in season anyway. But these are some hard pulling fish for their size. They call them reef donkeys just because they can just dig and dig and dig, and just enormous amounts of weight. So let's go ahead and get him off the hook and back in the water and tend to this anchor. He's about a 6.5 pounder amberjack. Now, Almaco jacks are in season. Actually, they're never out of season. There's a minimum size on them, but Almaco jacks look a lot like this, except their dorsal fin is a lot taller in relation to their body than this greater amberjack, and they're a lot more rounded as opposed to like torpedo shaped. But we need to get him back so he can get a little bit bigger and we can catch him next season. All right, so I've repositioned the boat, put out some more line, and I'm sitting right on top of a reef right now. Yesterday I went fishing, and instead of throwing my carcasses away, since I knew I was coming today, I saved all my fish heads and guts. I'm going to kind of chop those up a little bit and put it in a chum bag and get that out there and see if that doesn't help pull up some of these bigger red snappers. All right, got him. Got him. All right, what have we got here? Not sure if he's our monster. Let's see, something that's kind of jerking a little bit. Oh man, now he's got some weight to him. I don't know. Could be a smaller kind of fish after this. It sunk down a little bit. I don't know, it's got some weight to it. Let's see what we've got. It's some sort of snapper. Red snapper. Oh yeah. All right. Let's see here. He's probably 17, 18 inches. Think he'll be a keeper? Let's get a size on him and check him out. Yep, he's an 18-inch red snapper. We're gonna go ahead and put him in the box, and we've got keeper number one here at 8:13 in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this chicken rig out while those free lines are soaking out there. And this is just your standard double drop chicken rig. This is made up with 40-pound mono. And I've got small 1/0 circle hooks just because I figure there's triggerfish down there, smaller fish. I might even pull up some tomtates or pinfish or something to get some live bait out there. And then this is a 40-pound braid, and this is a medium heavy type rod. And this is a Penn 320 GTI. It's an older reel, but it gets the job done for this kind of just simple drop fishing. Sometimes I like to go a little heavier on my weight on these chicken rigs, because a lot of times those trigger fish will be up in the column and they'll grab it and take your bait away before it even gets to the bottom. So if you get a heavier weight, you know, it'll go down faster. All right, I got one off the bat. Yep. Did it get off? Yeah, I think he got off. So I'll drop it down again if I don't get any. Yep, here we go. There's lots of times if you don't get another bite fairly quickly, they've gotten your squid. Oh, here he is. Oh man, there he is. Wow, this is pretty nice weight for this little setup here. And it feels like, see how that rod is going da 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 da. A lot of times that means that your snapper, what he's doing, he's turned his head and he's swimming for all he can back down to the bottom. You know, red snapper, vermilion snapper. Vermilion snappers tend to not get that big, so they tend to kind of get up a little easier. I imagine this is kind of a smaller red snapper. Well, man, I take all that back. It's a triggerfish. Triggerfish everywhere out here. And they got to be 15 inches, and he's not going to make it. He's 13 and a half, 14, maybe a little over that. All right, nice little triggerfish. He's got to go back. All right, something grabbed this cigar minnow again on this free line. So to change it up a little bit, I've got these frozen menhaden. I'm going to cut them in half. Get some more scent out there. As you can see, they're already emitting some of it, but I'm going to go through the eye, same sort of deal as the other, just to get myself a better hold. A lot of times these free lines, they're going to sink eventually, and depending on how far you cast, you know, it's eventually going to kind of sink down coming to the boat. And if it gets down to those trigger fish, that kind of thing, they'll just nibble at it till it gets off. We're hoping, you know, there's snapper suspended and they'll grab it first. Oh man, I think he's here. Wants it. I think you got it. As you could probably see, that was just kind of little pecks. So evidently had gotten down to the bottom to some smaller fish. And we're got a lot of good marks down there. Oh, here we go. Oh, got him, got him. All right. Yep. Oh yeah, he's a good one. Yep, he's a good one. All right. All right, let's get you out of the engine. Yeah, this might be a decent one. He's not a super monster, but imagine when he gets a little bit closer, he's gonna dive back down. I don't know, maybe he's given up a little bit. Maybe it's not our big monster, but here he comes. The red snapper. I think he's gonna be a keeper. Oh yeah, a little bit bigger than the other one. All right, everybody. We have limited out on red snapper at 8:27 in the morning. It's a good thing because it's Saturday in college football, and I wanted to get back and watch some games. So nothing better than a Saturday fishing early morning, get your limit, and get back to watch college football. Man, it doesn't get any better than this. Yep, he's 18 and a half. Obviously, these weren't the biggest snappers out there, but my goal today was to get 2 red snappers, and I did that super early this morning. So let's go ahead and get him in the box. We may fish for another hour or 2 just to see what we can pull up. Maybe grab some vermilions or something else for the box. But let's get this guy in the box. Oh, here we go. All right. Come on, vermilion. Oh, he's still here. No trigger, unless you're a keeper. We want vermilion or keeper trigger, not a small trigger. That's not what we wanted. All right, let's get this little guy back. There he goes. Maybe there's vermilion on this side of the boat. Oh, here he is. Okay. Oh man, it's got a good little bit of weight to him here. Oh, red snapper. Man. Well, we've already got our limit, so he might not even be a keeper anyway, but let's get him back. Let him get a bit bigger. There he goes. Man, I haven't even put my sunglasses on yet. Feeling like I need to. There he is. Oh man. All right, well, this is a really big one for this little chicken rig. Yeah, this is the biggest one on the chicken rig today so far. He's not a monster. Man, he had an initial, I don't want to go up. It's kind of giving up a little bit. But there again, this is just 40-pound mono. It's seen a lot of action. There's another good snapper. Man, he's about the same size we got on those free lines. Just getting them down at the bottom on a little 1/0 circle hook squid chicken rig. I really wanted your cousin, a vermilion snapper, or some lane snapper, something else we can put in the box. I can't put you in the box. You get to go back down. He's 18, but we've already got 2 in the box. So let's go ahead and get him back. There you go. I was going to show you this kind of, couple of these came out of that snapper's mouth I just caught, these little glass minnows. So you see, you know, bigger red snapper, and that's not the biggest one out there, but you know, nice sized one. You know, even eat these little fish. All right, so since we've limited out on red snapper already, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of target vermilion. So I've got some notes from a different reef where I've caught quite a bit of them in the past. So we're gonna head off to that reef and see if we can't get some in the box. Okay, got him. All right, so this is our reef that we went to, our second reef. I'm really hunting these vermilions. Oh man. Oh no, did something else get it? Oh. Well, oh, he got off. I had something down there, and then something bigger grabbed it. Most likely broke this line. This is just that little, I think this is 30-pound monofilament with 3/0 circle hooks. Well, probably it's all intact. That's good. Probably the bigger fish just grabbed the other fish that I had on the hook, and you know, its mouth torn, and he got it. So knowing that, when I get a fish next time, I've got to kind of be a little quicker in my reeling so I can get them up past, you know, whatever's down there, trying to get an easy meal that's hooked. Okay, here he is. All right, let's see if we can get him up faster. Man, it's got some good weight to it. If these are vermilions, I kind of have to be a little careful because their mouths are, oh man, oh, did it happen again? Oh, shoot. Yeah. All right, something's down there grabbing my fish. Man, if I had a little bit tougher line, I might be able to get him in, but this is going to be a tough sell right here. With this light tackle. But we'll give it a shot. Oh, no, it didn't work. Oh man, dolphins. Jeez. Right there. And I know exactly what's going on. I mean, they've got their routine down. They see a boat and come up to it and wait for an easy meal. The dolphins a lot of time will only grab the fish and then just hang on to it just like you did till the fish's mouth tears away from the hook. Yeah, and you come back with everything intact. But that's a hard fish to catch when you got to get past that dolphin. Okay, all right, let's see if we can get him up. I told you I would look crazy. Oh, here he is. Oh, there's the dolphin too. Oh man, it was a vermilion and he got off. Man, it was a vermilion. That's what we want. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. We weren't able to get those vermilions to the boat. We're able to catch them and they're there, but those dolphins just kind of had a different idea. But nonetheless, we had a great day fishing today. You know, the target and the goal today was to get a couple more red snapper before the season closes for the next 7 months. And we wanted to get some in the freezer so we could give away some to family at Thanksgiving. But if you enjoyed this video, found it educational, or just enjoyed watching it, give me a thumbs up. I would certainly appreciate it. And hit that subscribe button. That goes a long way to help me to continue to create these videos. So until next time, I hope to see you on another episode of Forgotten Coast Fishing.